Jai Hind, my dear students. Welcome back to the next section of your lesson. Factorization of polynomials. How to find factors of a polynomial?
A quadratic polynomial is of the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So something like x squared plus 3x plus 2. How do we factorize this? This is in the ax squared plus bx plus c form. A is the coefficient of x squared, it's 1. B is the coefficient of x and it equals 3. And c is the constant which equals 2. This is the basic form of a quadratic polynomial where a, b and c could take different numerical values. Look at the expression we are given. We cannot factorize it using any identity as the last term is not in squared form. So how do we reduce this to its factors? We use a simple technique of splitting the coefficient of the middle term. Here, we would split 3x in such a way that it would help us factorize using grouping. But we cannot just split it in any way we wish. There's an interesting technique which helps us split the coefficient of the middle term. We assume that the coefficient 3 has to be split into two numbers, n1 and n2. The first condition says that n1 plus n2 should be equal to b. In this case, 3. The two numbers should add up to 3. And the next condition says that the product of the two numbers should equal the product of a and c. As a is 1 and c is 2, this product will equal 2. That's it. Only these two conditions. Which two numbers do you think would satisfy these two conditions? If you would have tried a few combinations, you would have got the two numbers as 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 is 3 and 1 times 2 is 2. Both conditions satisfied. So we write the expression like this. We wrote 3 and 1 plus 2. Let's move the camera a bit. Okay, that's better. Expanding the brackets gives us x squared plus x plus 2x plus 2. Now we can use grouping, which we learnt in the previous session. Considering these two groups and taking the common factors out, this is what we get. X times x plus 1 is this group and 2 times x plus 1 is this group. X plus 1 is common to both the products and this would be multiplied with x plus 2. There you go. We have factorized this down to x plus 1 times x plus 2. Just remember these two conditions. Sum is b and the product is ac. Using the same concept, try and factorize this polynomial. X squared plus x minus 6. Hopefully you have the right answer. Let's solve it together and have a look. Here a is 1, b also is 1 and c the constant is minus 6. We have to split the coefficient of the middle term, which is 1. The sum of the two numbers is b, which equals 1. And the product of the two numbers would be the product of a and c. 1 multiplied by minus 6 is minus 6. To find the two numbers, all we do is try out different products to get minus 6. 1 multiplied by minus 6 is minus 6. But 1 plus minus 6 is not 1. Okay, let's try 2 times minus 3. This is minus 6, but their sum is minus 1, not 1. Minus 2 times 3 gives us minus 6 and their sum is 1, which is exactly what we want. The two numbers would be minus 2 and 3. We split the coefficient of the middle term and write it like this. This is the same as x. We expand the brackets and use grouping to factorize it. the first group can be written as x times x minus 2 and the second one can be written as 3 times x minus 2. Now it's easy. The term common to both the products is x minus 2. Multiplying it with x plus 3 completes the expression. We have our factors. Don't worry, this is easy. We only need to do 3 things. Split the coefficient of the middle term, then expand and then group. That gives us the factors.
Children, you know the general form of a polynomial of degree 2 or a quadratic polynomial is of the form ax square plus bx plus c, where the coefficient of x, ax square, a not equal to 0 and a, b, c are constants. Okay. Now using this fourth identity, I told you x plus a into x plus b is equal to x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So when you compare this RHS of this identity with our quadratic polynomial, what you can understand here, instead of the ax square, here the coefficient of x square is 1, correct, and the coefficient of x here is a plus b, that is sum of two numbers a and b, and the constant term for what is the third term, ab, that is product of two numbers is ab. Okay, so relating this fourth identity RHS of the form the quadratic polynomial, we are taking the product of two numbers, the constant term ab as the constant term and the coefficient of x as the sum of two numbers, and the coefficient of x square given is 1. Using this we are going to factorize the polynomials, and here we are using a property for factorization that you studied in 8th standard. And do you remember what is that? It is called splitting the middle term. So how to split the middle term of the given polynomial and find out the factors x plus a into x plus b only we are going to do now. For example, consider, just I am telling you an example, consider x square plus 5x plus 6. Okay, so this is a given quadratic polynomial. Now you see, here we cannot immediately say what are the factors. We cannot regroup the terms. We cannot find any common factors here. Okay, and you see, can you apply any identities here? No, identities for, I told you a plus b the whole square, the constant term is a square number, correct? But here 6 is the constant term and it is not a square number. So you cannot apply a plus b the whole square or a minus b the whole square form. And a square minus b square, third identity also we cannot use. Okay, so how to factorize this type of given quadratic polynomial? For this type of questions, what we do is, we want to make this given polynomial by comparing to the RHS of the fourth identity. So when you compare this with the fourth identity, what you can understand, instead of ab, that is in the place of ab constant term, we have the number 6, and in the place of coefficient of x, what is the coefficient of x? A plus b term, what is present here? Here it is present 5. Okay, so this way you want to relate the given polynomial with the RHS of the fourth identity, so that we will understand the second term is the sum of the second term coefficient. Okay, the coefficient of x is the sum of two numbers that gives you 5, and the constant term is the product of that two numbers that will give you the number 6. So this type of polynomial, when you are factorizing, the first thing is you want to write this product and the sum as the coefficient of x and the constant term. Now we are going to find two numbers, and here this is very important, that is the coefficient of x square is 1 here. Okay, so when this coefficient of x square is 1, that is the value of a, x square coefficient is a. So when a is equal to 1, we are taking this 6 as the product of two numbers and this 5 as the sum of two numbers. Now what is our aim? What is our next step? We need to find out two numbers that product is coming 6 and that sum is coming 5. Okay, so whenever you do this type of problem, you want to start with the product of two numbers. Okay, so you know 6 is the product. For getting the product 6, what are the combinations of factors you know? We know 1 into 6 is 6. Okay, similarly we know 2 into 3 is 6. Any other numbers form 6? No. So these are the two combinations we know. Now you want to come to the sum of the two numbers. Now you want to check whether any of these two combinations will give you the sum 5. So when you take, we want to get plus 5. Okay, this is plus 5. So what numbers will give you this plus 5? So if you take this 1 and 6, can you get 5 here? Yes, of course, one chance is possible, that is for 6 we are taking, and if you take minus 1, that is two numbers are there, 1 and 6 you got, 1 and 6. I am taking 6 and instead of 1, if I am taking minus 1, when you add these two factors, do we get the sum 5? Yes, 6 minus 1 is 5. But at the same time, these two numbers want to form the product 6 also. Correct? But when you multiply this 6 and minus 1, what happens? Your product is minus 6, but our product is plus 6. Okay, understand? So you want to select the two numbers properly so that the product is and sum is coming without any disturbance in the sign of the numbers. So this is not possible. We cannot consider these two factors in this problem. So now take this second one, 2 into 3. Can you form this 2 and 3 for getting the sum 5 and getting the product 6? Yes, because 2 into 3 is 6 and 2 plus 3 is 5. So this is more suitable. Okay, so to get the sum 5 and to get the product 6, what are the two numbers suitable? 2 and 3. Now using this 2 and 3, we are going to split the middle term method we are doing. So split the, who is the middle term here? 5x. So using these two numbers, we are going to split this term. So our polynomial is x square plus 5x plus 6, that is equal to x square. Middle term 5x I am splitting in terms of these two factors. So 2x plus 3x. Okay, I splitted 5x using these two numbers, 2x plus 3x, and no change in the constant term plus 6. So this is the first step we are doing in splitting the middle term. Now what we want to do? We did regrouping method, you remember? So there we collected the first two terms. When you collect these first two terms, what is the common number? X is common. So start a bracket, remaining here one x and here one plus 2. Similarly, when you collect these two terms, who is common? 3 is common, and again here remaining x plus 2 3s are 6, so 2 remaining. Now you see the two brackets came alike. When you regroup the terms, this condition want to come. So when you regroup the terms, we got x into x plus 2 plus 3 into x plus 2. Now you see the first and second brackets came same, so that you can take one x plus 2 common, so that is equal to x plus 2 we took common, and the remaining terms are x here and here plus 3. Now you see, so these are the irreducible factors of the given polynomial x plus 2 into x plus 3. Understand? So you see, now you compare this with the identity. Our given polynomial was of the form x square plus a plus b into x plus ab, and we got the answers x plus 2 into x plus 3, that is of the form LHS of the identity. So these are the factors of the given polynomial. Okay, so this type of factorization is called factorization by splitting the middle term of the given polynomial. When you cannot apply any of the identities, and when you cannot find any common factors, or we cannot do any regrouping, at that time we will apply this method of splitting the middle term by making the constant term as the product of two numbers and the middle term as the sum of two numbers, and finding the suitable numbers. We want to, that is very important, how to find the suitable two numbers and finding a factorization of the given polynomial. Okay, now we are going to do some more examples on this splitting the middle term. Now you see children, now I wrote one more example, factorize x square minus 6x plus 9. Okay, so this is also of the when we are doing splitting the middle term method, how we can factorize this given polynomial. You see the constant term AB is of the number 9, that is product of two numbers is 9, and the middle number, that is sum of the two numbers is, that is a plus b equal to minus 6, that is the coefficient of x. So you want to find out this two numbers a and b, that is you want to find out two numbers, so that two numbers when you multiply you will get 9, and the two numbers when you add you want to get minus 6. Okay, so let us start from the product 9. What are the combinations of factors we get 9? For 9 we can 1 into 9 is 9, and also 3 into 3 is 9. Any other product will form 9? No. Now our aim is to get the product 9 and sum minus 6. Is there any possibility of getting this a plus b minus 6 from the two numbers 1 and 9? No. 1 and 9 we cannot add or subtract to get minus 6. So this first chance is not possible. Now take this next example 3 and 3, these factors. So 3 and 3, obviously it is product is 9. So 3 and 3 can we make the numbers to get the sum minus 6? Yes, when we take the negative of these two numbers, that is minus 3, what is the sum of minus 3 and minus 3? Minus 6. Okay, so when we split the middle term of this polynomial minus 6x as minus 3 minus 3x, we will get the middle term. Okay, so how to do this then? X square minus 6x plus 9 is equal to x square minus 6x, how I am writing? 3x minus 3x. Okay, then the last number 9. So we splitted the middle term. Now again we are going to regrouping, so that you see from this first two terms we can take x common, then remaining there is an x, minus 3 is there. Here also we can take minus 3 common number. So what is the balance here? X is remaining, and here you see we want plus 9. So minus 3 is outside. So here we want to make what? To come plus 9, we want to put minus 3. So see, minus 3 into x minus 3x, minus 3 into minus 3 plus 9. Okay, so whenever you are grouping, the values should not change. So now you see we got the two brackets similar, so that we can take one x minus 3 common, and the balance is here also x minus 3. Okay, so these are the two factors of the given polynomial. Okay, so here we checked two examples, one for negative sign and how we want to select the numbers, and one positive, how we are selecting the numbers. Now children, we are going to study more examples on factorization by splitting the middle term. Now let us see the first question. 2x square minus 8x plus 6. You see children, rather than the previous problems, in all this I have written 4 questions here. In all these 4 questions, you check the coefficient of x square. What is this? In all these questions, the coefficient of x square is some number. Here the coefficient of x square is 2, here it is 6, here it is 3, here it is 3. Okay, so when the coefficient of x square is equal to 1, there is no problem, as we did in the previous questions. There is no problem. We will consider the constant term as the product of two numbers and the middle term as the sum of two numbers. But when this type of questions, that is the coefficient of x square, ax square plus bx plus c is the general form of quadratic polynomial, and of this form, that is x square is coefficient is a number, that is if it is not equal to 1, then what we want to do is we want to consider the product of the numbers, that is product of the numbers is ab and sum of the two numbers is a plus b. So product of the two numbers we need to consider by multiplying. What is ax square? No, quadratic polynomial general form is ax square plus bx plus c. So that constant term ab we will consider by multiplying this coefficient of x square and the constant term, that is 2 into 6. 2 into 6, 12 is the product value, and the sum value is minus 8. Okay children, so this is very important in this type of polynomial where the coefficient of x square is not equal to 1. You need to consider the product of two numbers as multiplying the coefficient of x square and constant term. Okay, so 2 into 6, 12 is our product and minus 8 is our sum value. Now what you want to do? You want to find out two numbers a and b, so that the product is 12 and the sum is minus 8. So what we want to do first? We want to start from the product value. So our product value is 12, you know. So what are the numbers that we can get 12 there? For getting 12, we know 112 is 12. Then 4 3s are 12. Also 2 6 are 12. Correct? So these are the different values to get 12. From this, which is the combination more suitable to get the sum value 8 minus 8? 1 and 12, it is not possible to get 8. 4 and 3 also, if we add or subtract, there is no chance of getting 8. So which is suitable? 2 and 6. 2 and 6 is the possibility to get the sum value minus 8. And you know here it is minus 8. Minus 8 for 2 and 6, what sign want to come? If you put minus 2 minus 6, then the sum value will be minus 8. And when you multiply this minus 2 and minus 6, what happens? Minus 2 into minus 6 is plus 12. So that is only our product. Okay, so you want to find out the two numbers and also you want to adjust the sign properly so that you are getting the product of the numbers and some value properly. So what are our two numbers? Minus 2 and minus 6. So using these two values, we need to split the middle term of the given polynomial. Okay, so let us start the answer. So how we want to do? First you want to write the polynomial 2x square minus 8x plus 6. Now you split the middle term. The first term is the same and second term you want to adjust by this two values. That is minus 2x minus 6x, the two numbers. Then last constant term plus 6. Now what you want to do? By grouping you want to find the common term. So we want to group this first two terms, the next two terms. The first two terms, who is common? 2 is common and x is common. So you can take 2 and x outside, start a bracket. The remaining is x minus 2x is taken out. So here 1 is left. Now in this 6 is common and also x not common. So minus 6 you can take outside. Then here remaining x is left and here you see plus 6 want to come and minus 6 is taken outside. So in order to get plus 6, what you want to put here? Minus 1. Then only minus 6 into minus 1 is plus 6. The value is not changed. Now you see the first and second brackets came same. So you can take that x minus 1 as common again. So what is the remaining factor? Into 2x minus 6. So this is the answer of product of factors for the given polynomial. Understood? So this type of problems where the x square has coefficient other than 1, you want to do like this. Okay, now shall we solve the remaining three problems? All of you ready? Okay, right. Okay children, now the second question. Now you see 6x square minus 7x minus 3 is our second question. Now first we can write the product value. What is the product value here? Because x square is having the coefficient 6. 6 into the constant term minus 3. What is 6 into minus 3? Minus 18. And the sum value is minus 7. Okay, so first you want to write the product value and sum value. Now you see, we want to get the product 18 and sum 7. So what are the factors that form product 18? 2 9s are 18 is there. 3 6 are 18 is there. 118 is 18 is there. Correct? So any other combinations? No. So now we want to get the sum minus 7. So which is the more suitable combination to get sum minus 7? We want to take 2 and 9, correct? Because 9 minus 2 we can get 7, but other 2 we cannot get. Okay, now you want to put the sign properly for these two numbers. You see 2 and 9 we have taken. We want the sum value minus 7 and product minus 18. So how you get minus 7 for this two numbers when we add? When we put 9 negative value and 2 positive value. Now you add this 2 minus 9. What is the sum value? Minus 7. And when you multiply 2 into minus 9, what is the product? Minus 18. Okay. So the choice of the two numbers is plus 2 and minus 9. Okay. Now using these two values, you are going to split the middle term of the given polynomial. So how to write children? 6x square minus 7x minus 3 equal to 6x square minus, yes, how to write this? Yes, plus 2x and minus 9x. Okay, then constant term minus 3. Understood? Now we are grouping. So first two terms, what are that? 6 and 2 from we can take 2 common. X is also common. So the remaining is here. 6 is there. So 2 into 3, 6. and 1x is balance. Then 2x we have taken out, so there no number, so 1. Now next side, 9x and 3. 9 and 3 from we can take 3 outside. So what is the remaining here? 3 3s are 9. So 3x, and here minus 3 is taken out, and so here we want to put 1 plus 1 or minus 1? Plus 1, because minus into plus is minus 3. Okay, so that you want to look carefully and put the sign. Okay, when we multiply, when we open this bracket, we want to get the previous value. Don't change that. So minus 3 into plus 1 is minus 3. So close the bracket. Now you see, usually when we do this type of splitting the middle term problems, the main thing is the two brackets want to come same value. Then only we can take a common factor as this bracket. Okay, so you should know that if you want to confirm that your answer is correct, you want to check whether that brackets came same. Now you see this can be taken common. So 3x plus 1 taken common. So what are the remaining terms? Here 2x and here minus 3. Okay, so this is the answer. Understood? Yes. Now come to next problem. What is the next problem? 3x square plus x minus 4. Okay. Now what is the product value here, children? Product value is multiply. Here 3 is the coefficient of x square. So 3 into minus 4. What is 3 into minus 4? Minus 12. And what is the sum value a plus b? Plus 1. Okay, plus 1. Now you want to consider the product of 12. What are the 112 is 12, and 4 3s are 12 is there, 2 6 are 12 is there. Now from this combinations you want to get the sum value plus 1. So which is the suitable one? Yes, when we take 4 and 3, there is possibility of getting the sum 1. And you see, plus 1 if you want to come, how will you make this adjustment of the sign? We have 4 and 3. So to get plus 1 as the sum, and you see product is minus 12. So negative want to come product and sum want to come plus 1. So how you can select the sign, children? Think and say. Yes, when you put 4 positive and 3 negative, now you add this. What is plus 4 minus 3? Yes, when you add different sign, put greater number sign, no? So 4 plus 1 is the answer, and when you multiply this, minus 12 is the answer. Okay, so do this very carefully. Now plus 4 and minus 3 you split the middle term, that is 3x square. So because 3 is there, it is more convenient to write 3 first, because we are taking common number. So minus 3x you can write, then 4x minus 4. Okay, why I wrote 3 first means 3 and 3 we can take common easily, so that I wrote 3 here. And 4, you see 4 and 4 also common. So conveniently you adjust the numbers. Now you see we can take 3 and x common, so that here x is remaining and here minus 1. Okay, these two terms. Now the next two terms from 4 can be taken out. So balance here x and here minus 1. Now you see the two brackets again came alike. So x minus 1 is again common, and the remaining term is 3x plus 4. So these are the required factors of the given polynomial. Now your last example. Here what is the product value? 3x square plus 5x minus 2. 3 into minus 2. Minus 6 is the product value. And what is the sum value? 5. Okay, now see the product values where we are getting 6. 2 3s are 6 is there. 1 6 is 6 is there. Okay, so now you see the sum value 5. Where from we will get 5? 2 and 3 equal to 6, and 1 and 6 is 6. So which is more suitable to get 5 as the sum? When you add 2 and 3 also we get 5. when you subtract 1 and 6 is also we get 5. So which is you see the product value minus 6 want to come. So how will you do, children? If you want minus 6, we can put yes, all of you, yes, plus if you are taking 6 and 1, you see, if I am putting 6 for positive and 1 for negative, now you add these numbers, plus 6 minus 1, you get 5, and when you multiply plus 6 and minus 1, you will get minus 6. Okay, so this is the required two numbers. So write the polynomial 3x square plus 5x minus 2, that is equal to 3x square. So plus 6x minus x, plus 6x minus x, and the constant term minus 2. Now you can take from this 3 common, x also common, so that the balance is x, and here 3 2s are 6, so 2 is there, and here minus x is taken out, so that balance here minus x taken out, so sorry, here x and 2, no, x and 2 for there is no common number, so minus 1 is common. When there is no common factor, that means the common number is 1, no number, so it is 1. So inside minus 1 into x minus x, and here minus 2 want to come, so we will put the sign plus here, because minus into plus is minus 2. Understood this step? Here, because there is no number in common, 1 is taken outside, so that minus in 1 into x minus 1 into plus 2 minus 2. Okay, now you see x plus 2 became common, so x plus 2 you can take outside, and the balance is 3x minus 1. So these are the required factors of the given polynomial. Hope all of you understood how to factorize using middle term, and you want to do all these questions properly. You want to practice this very well, complete all the notes proper, and you will be given some homework questions regarding this factorization problem using splitting the middle term. So all of you complete, and any doubt you are having, you can clarify with your maths teachers. Okay, children? Children, this is your homework questions from your exercise, and all of you try these 4 problems applying the splitting the middle term method. Okay. In our next class, we will study factorization by factor theorem. Okay, students? Thank you all of you. Have a nice day.